Before we move forward, let's talk about organization theories. Now, organization theories or a motivational theory, for a project manager, they need to have an understanding what motivates people. So in this video, we will talk about few of the organization theories or motivational theories, and let's start with the famous Maslow's need hierarchy. Maslow's talk about 5 levels of need. This is a triangular shape which shows a progress from a stage 1 to stage 5. And initially, when we start our career or when the person start working at a basic level, he's concerned about his physiological need. He needs water, food, shelter. So the first level which comes in this need hierarchy is physiological. Now, physiological needs, as I spoke about, is more about a basic human need. Now, the people, if you have people in your project who are at this level, you need to give him incentive of these items only. They won't be able to take or appreciate if you give them an recognition or reward which is coming from a higher level. The second, once the person's physiological needs get satisfied, when they start getting food, water, shelter, then they look for continuity of this, a safety. When they are worried about how long they are going to get food, water, shelter, they look for safety. They talk about security. Now, for example, if you hire a worker and you provide him a good wages by which he start getting food and water and shelter, now after that need gets satisfied, he look for an option where there is more job security, because he can ensure the supply of the need one will continue for a long term. So that's the second level of need. Once he gets the safety, when he knows that he don't have to worry about food, water and shelter, then he look for social need. In a social need, he look for, he should be loved, there should be friends, associations in a group. His social needs comes into the picture. Once those get satisfied, he has good number of friends, people starts liking him, he look for esteem, or you can say power, authority. How can he influence the organization decisions or a team's behavior, a power to make decisions, approve things, change approaches. That comes, that desire, that need comes into the picture when person is reaching at the 4th stage. So most of the people would be reaching only till here in your project team. The 5th level, which is kind of a self-actualization, self-actualization is a stage where person is not working for all these 4. He is just working for his own satisfaction. He is doing some learning. He is self-motivated. If person is at this level, you cannot motivate him by raising his salary. So, as a project manager, you are expected to have awareness of these 5 levels if you are following Maslow's need hierarchy concepts, and whenever you are dealing or designing reward and recognition system, you should have a target segment or target team's behavior in mind, that what can motivate them and what would be not a motivator factor for them. Now let's look at another theory, which is theory X and Y. Theory X and Y is a type of theory where we believe there are set of managers who believe people are of type X. Means whenever you give them a work, they will say no. So to get work from these kind of guys, you need to give them detailed instruction, and you need to make sure that before they go, they tick mark what is done and what is not done. So you tend to do a micromanagement if you find and if you believe in X type of theory, where you believe people inherently do not want to work. So you need to control them, monitor them to get the work done. Opposite to this theory is the theory Y, where you think that people is of type yes. They really want to work if you give them proper environment and direction. If you believe in this and if your workforce is of type yes, Y, you just need to give them direction. You cannot give them checklists because that may become demotivator. Because they want to work, just give them a direction. Let's look for another organization theory which calls Herzberg's hygiene theory. Now Herzberg's hygiene theory talks about two kind of factors. One are hygiene factor and another is a motivational factors. It says that when you are designing your reward and recognition system, do differentiate between hygiene and motivational factors. Now hygiene factors are the presence of these things will not motivate the person, but absence of these things will demotivate the person. For example, it says a good working condition. So you expect that your work environment should be air conditioned. So working condition is expected to be a good, but it will not motivate the person. But if you do not have a good working condition, it will demotivate the person. Similarly, this theory also believes that salary in most of the cases is a hygiene factor. It has to be good. But just by giving more salary, you may not be able to motivate the person. So when you are designing reward and recognition system, you need to identify for your team what comes under hygiene and what comes under motivational. Usually a freedom to work, variety of work, new areas, challenges, authority usually play a motivational factor. So if you link like Maslow's need hierarchy with Herzberg's hygiene theory, you will find some common ground. Because Maslow is also talking about the initial stages of the need and which is taken here as a hygiene. The difference is, it says there are few things which will not motivate the person, but they can demotivate, and in order to motivate the people, you need to identify what is motivator and not taken as just an hygiene. So these are few of the organization theories which are relevant for our PMP exam. In PMBOK, we do not get a direct reference for these theories, but these theories may be needed by a project manager when he decides reward and recognition system, or when he develops team. The knowledge, the background of such theories is always helpful.